How to make a job change decision. In this video today, I plan to show you a 3-step framework so by the end of the video, you will understand how to evaluate and choose what to do with your job situation. In the past, I've had to make job change situations. I've had to decide which path I want to take, so I want to share how I did it and how I did it successfully so you can do the same. The first step in this process is going to be to evaluate the situation. And within evaluating, you want to assess the problem. Assess the problem in terms of reflect on your job role. What are you responsible for? Reflect on your work-life balance. Is it out of what you want? How many hours are you working? How much time are you having for family? How much time are you having for yourself? How does that look for you? Look at personal growth and conflict within the job. Is there a lot of personal growth? Is there a lot of conflict? Are you growing or are you stagnant? Just assessing your situation can be very powerful. Once you've assessed your situation, you then want to identify the pain points within your job. Is it compensation? Is it the situation, the job environment? Are you stagnant? Are you not growing? Is it the company culture? What are these things? What do these problems look like? So if you're stagnant, maybe you just have no opportunities for growth. You can't get to the next level and your goals are to be a C-level suite one day. Well, then that would maybe mean you have to exit this job. Maybe you're not making enough money. How can that problem be solved? Maybe the company culture is poor. Can that be solved? Is it a small company where you can have a big impact? Is it a big company where you have no impact on company culture? What does that look like? And then with your pain points, you ask yourself the question, are these problems solvable? Because if they are solvable, then in the next few steps, you can take your plan of action and see if you want to stay and if you want to try to solve those problems. So once you've identified and assessed the situation and then you've identified the pain points, finally within evaluating your situation, you're going to ask yourself, what are your long-term goals? Because this is going to be your true north. This is going to be your litmus test to see, should I be at this job? Should I fix the problems of this job? Or should I move to another job? So you're going to ask yourself, what are your long-term goals? And does that your current job allow for your goals? If you want to be a C-level suite and you don't have opportunities for growth at your current job and they're not allowing promotions, you've talked about it over and over, and it's just not happening, what does that look like? Does that mean you need to exit? So that's the first thing, is just simply evaluate your situation. I would encourage you to actually sit down and record it. Similarly, how do I'm recording this YouTube video? Literally assess your situation, say out loud what your situation is, your job roles, work-life balance, all that good stuff. Identify your pain points, what they are, and then finally tell yourself your long-term goals. The second piece is going to be to research and explore. Now that you've evaluated your current situation, you want to research and explore the market. So you're going to investigate the job market. You're going to look for potential jobs and opportunities. You're going to understand the demand for the skills and the availability of the jobs out there. Because if there's plenty of jobs available and you hate your current job and there's a lot of problems that you identified, it's easier to make a lateral move. Whereas if there's not a lot of opportunities, you're gonna have to time it better. So you're gonna look at the job market, investigate skills and availability. On top of that, you're gonna look at and evaluate potential employers. How do these employers compare to your current employer? What is their compensation? What is their job environment? What is their culture? What are their values? What is their opportunities for growth? And then compare it to your current jobs. And you can do this by looking at reviews. There's plenty of reviews. You can just look up company name reviews. You can talk to current or former employees. You can go on LinkedIn and say, hey, I'm thinking about applying at this company. What do you think of it? I'm just really curious in your opinion. And it would help a lot if you phrase it that way. Plenty of people will be thrilled to talk to you about that. And then also you want to network with them and try to get that in. So it's kind of a two-prong approach. You're actually going to get information about the company, but you're also putting your name in there so that if you do go apply and you create a good relationship with them, you have an in. You have a way into the company that you would not have had with just compared to the other applicants. Now, on top of that, you can look also at the job description and you could see some other details around there, work-life balance, some of that other stuff, if that stuff's important to you. So once you evaluated potential employers, you finally want to consider the financial implications. Money is something that we have to think about in this instance. You have to think about, okay, if the job is not available and it's going to take me 3 months to get a new position, I need to save up 3 months of salary. What are the resources going to cost me to spend the time to go and evaluate and get this opportunity or apply for jobs? And also, what is the salary difference? Am I going to be making 50% more at this new job? And am I going to be taking a big pay cut? And how am I going to adjust my lifestyle based upon my financial implications of the job change decision I want. So you want to evaluate differences, benefits, and then the job stability as well. Because on paper, they could say you're going to be making 50% more, but it could be a startup that's super volatile, will only be around for 6 to 12 months, and then you're back in the same thing. And if there's not available positions, you may struggle. So that's going to be the second step. It's going to be research and explore. You're going to evaluate your current situation. You're then going to evaluate and explore and compare what's your current situation to this situation. What else is out there? What other opportunities are out there for growth, for jobs, stuff like that. The third and the final piece is going to be to weigh pros and cons and take action. A lot of people, I think, just kind of sit in this area where they're like, I hate my job and I want to make a job change decision, but they never take action to either fix it or find a new job. So what I want you to do is I want you to create a list. Create a list where you compare your old job with all the pros and cons to your potential new job or new employers with all the pros and cons. Again, growth opportunities, culture, values, salary, work-life balance, all of those good things, and look at them and compare them and see what is most important to you and compare the pros and cons from one to another. And that can be really helpful. So create that list. After you create that list, you then want to seek advice. Seek advice from trusted family members if you think they have good insight on it. From your mentors, any career mentors, even mentors within your current company. If they really care about you, they will help you decide this and will help you work through these things. So family, mentors, friends, anybody that you think has good insight and most importantly, has your best interest in heart. If you're talking to your brother that you give $1,000 a month and you have to take a pay cut, he's probably not going to want you to take that pay cut because you pay him $1,000 a month to help him out or whatever it may be. So talk to people that have your best interest at heart. So after you've created a list, sought advice, it's finally to trust your instincts and take action. So if you decide, okay, I made my list, I look at it, and you know what, I'm going to stay at my current job because there's not that many available out there, I make more money, I can fix these problems. I want you to actually go fix these problems. After you've decided you're going to stay in this job, now it's time to create a list of the problems that you need to solve to make your job more enjoyable. Maybe your boss treats you like shit. What conversations need to happen to change that? Maybe you want to be paid more. What conversations need to happen to change that? Or what actions need to be taken to change that? What do you need to do? What skills do you need to acquire? What value do you need to provide to be able to get that? Maybe there needs to be a change in culture. What can you do personally to change the culture? How can you treat people differently? How can you be a leader in the environment? Whatever it is, take that action. Or maybe you go to your list, you're like, you know what? I'm going to leave my job. Okay, how much money needs to be saved up? How many potential applications do you need to send in? What networking do you need to do? Who do you need to reach out to get an in the company that you want to be at? What actions need to be taken to make these things a reality? So again, trust your intuition and take action. That is going to be the most important, because if you stay and you do nothing, you're going to hate your position. You're going to be thinking about the same thing 6 months from now. Or if you leave and you take no action, you're going to end up a job that you don't like. So it's crucial that you go through this process, think about it, and then finally take action on it and own your decision. So that's how to make a job change decision. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into that, but there's a high-level overview that you can go through that'll help you evaluate your job. If you like this video, please comment, because it helps me tell me to make more of these, and I know what you guys like. I'll see you guys in the next one.